I've come here to Docklands in the East End. It was once the hub of a thriving port, but now it's one of London's most fashionable districts. You may well ask what I'm doing here. The answer is simple. Well, welcome to probably one of the coolest venues here in the East End of London. This is Tobacco Dock, and I'm wearing my suit. That must mean one thing. It's bike shed time. Bike Shed started 3 years ago, and today it's back, and it's bigger than ever. It's the main UK show for the new wave custom scene, and this year they've 4 times the space and more times the bikes. Enthusiasts have come from all over the country to show off their amazing bikes that they've been dreaming up in their garages. Whether your thing is a badass 1970s sports bike or a chrome-plated 1950s retro, there's something here for you. Dutch is Bike Shed's founder. Dutch, 2 years ago I was here for the first Bike Shed. Now it's gone bananas. Why?
That's a really good question. I mean, I wish I knew, because from my point of view, we're just doing what we love. It's just a lot of other people seem to love it as well.
How would you define this scene?
There's a group of people that say biking identifies me, and it means I take risks, I do things I'm not supposed to do, and it's a reflection of who I am. So it's aesthetics and engineering and a bit of character.
Now, to give you an idea of how popular Bike Shed has become, after the first show, Dutch had 19,000 followers on Facebook. 2 years later, he's got 250,000. And it's not just the punters who are flocking to Tobacco Dock. The big brands are here too, like Triumph and Motor Guzzi. Is that a good thing, or is it something that you're a little bit worried about?
It's something to be guarded about. I mean, they turned up at the last show and they said, well, where did you get all these young people? And where did you get all these girls? You know, why is this not a sausage factory of kind of, you know, middle-aged men in tight-fitting Gore-Tex? Actually, why does this look like normal human traffic? We want to reach those people.
One of the most surprising stands is this one, a showcase for Barbour International. Barbour are best known for those oily green raincoats, but they've been making bike clothes since the 1920s. The real surprise, though, is this, a beautiful Triumph Roadster, specially customised by ace duo Spirit of the 70s.
You know, when we started a few years ago, we're just a couple of mates who are into bikes, and then we're here at a show like this, and we've got our bike, you know, supplied by Triumph for Barbour. I mean, it's just like...
Yeah, it's a dream come true, man. You've got to pinch yourself, haven't you?
Yeah, seriously. It's amazing.
Kevin Taggart and Tim Rogers are one of the founders of the new custom scene, and you can see examples of their work all over the show. Does their latest collaboration with Barbour mean that they've gone all country? Next, will they be customising tractors and hay balers, or have they got a better plan?
We come from a sports bike kind of environment. We were into sports bikes from a young age. We want to inject a bit of performance into these things. We're trying to bring some more energy into the builds and concentrate on more of the modern kind of sportier bikes, if you like, and try and do something with them, because I think that's an untapped market. I think we'd like to see where we can take that.
If custom sports bikes are their future, then I'm afraid someone else might just have beaten them to it. Steve Hillary from Red Max. You have to have one favourite at a bike show, don't you? And that is it. Will you have a look at that Ducati? This conversion of a 1990s Ducati Monster in 70s cafe racer style is just phenomenal. Are you chuffed with this, Steve? As a builder?
We're over the moon with it. It's definitely the best thing we've ever done. So
Man, I have to say to you, it is quite exceptional. Am I allowed to ask you how much something like that would cost you?
Well,
more than I could afford?
It's about 10 grand to have one built, so it's not stupid money.
Mate, I thought you'd probably say 50 grand. 10 grand?
It's about 10 grand, yeah.
So you...
Plus the donor bike.
I was going to say...
Yeah. But the donor bike, like one of these monsters, is only 2.5 grand, so it's not an expensive thing to have done.
The beauty of this scene though is that you don't have to pay someone else 10 grand to do your work for you. Anyone can pick up an old wrecker on eBay for a few £100, spend a couple of months in the garage and come up with their very own custom creation. Later, I'm going to talk to a guy who's done just that.
So went home, got the angle grinder out and popped out of the garage a couple of months later.